What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 153 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know I started this series off at the beginning of 2023. And here we are. Pretty much, we're on week 153. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section and it is free to sign up. Or of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, the sports section, you name it. Pretty much if I don't get the content out in time, we're probably already kind of discussing it in the Discord, right? Keyword here, it is free to sign up, right? Okay, so enough rambling. Let's get right to this weekly sneaker rotation. Now, y'all know I end things off on a Friday, then pick right back up on Saturday, right? Okay, so pretty much this one is gonna be Saturday and Sunday, pretty much coming off the holiday break, right? Okay, pretty much after just a very busy week with family and friends and catching up and eating a lot of food. The kid was borderline just drained. If I'm gonna keep it 100, if my energy seems off to you guys lately, it's just because, you know, I'm still in recovery mode. I'm better now, but at the time, dog, I can be honestly, man, I couldn't love my bed more, right? But anyway, pretty much means I was in the crib Saturday and Sunday in the Yeezy Slides, the pure colorway, right? Okay, pretty much when I tell you, like, I ran some errands on Saturday, but worst case scenario, like, I was in the crib. I mean, like, when I tell you I wasn't out long at all, right? Okay, keep in mind also we had those black cats that dropped right on Black Friday. So yeah, the kid just was booming throughout the past week. So pretty much Saturday and Sunday, I was in relax mode in the Yeezy Slides Pure, right? Okay, and yes, my pair are beat, and yes, I have other pairs that I take when I travel, but pretty much when I'm in the crib, these are just kind of like my by the door, like house shoes, right? Okay, so this was my Saturday and Sunday shoe. Cool. Now let's move right along on to Monday, right back into work. And yeah, we kind of had some unique weather this week, but pretty much Monday, the kid right back at work and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 3 UNCs, right? Okay. Now I did pay on the resale market for these, but I didn't get taxed too bad. This is one of those shoes that I feel like it didn't necessarily drop everywhere, but I feel like a lot of people didn't necessarily cherish these, or maybe I didn't put in enough footwork to see where they were available. But anyway, they're here with the kid. I've always kind of had a major sucker for like a baby blue colorway, and yeah, no Nike check on the back of these, but that Jumpman is one of these shoes I can make an exception for, and you can tell that I've had it for quite some time. Yeah, and it's kind of one of those, like, I think this is pretty much where Jordan played North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm looking at these joints at the price tag production date was what, 2019 on these guys right here. So quite some time ago, right? Okay, but not too long, but you know, just enough. I've been doing this for quite some time, but this was my Monday shoe, was an Air Jordan 3 UNC. As much as my favorite color is red, I've always had like a soft spot for a baby blue colorway, right? Okay, so this was my Monday shoe. Cool, now we're gonna move right on to Tuesday, right back into work, and pretty much the weather had called for snow, but then it's kind of like we didn't get it. We got like that rain slash like ice type of joint. But either way, I decided to press on through the week and I pulled out none other than the Air Jordan 3. And these are the true blue colorways, right? Okay, now I remember I did a mall vlog. Was I doing videos back then? No, I don't think I did a mall vlog, but I remember when I picked these up at the mall in my area. So pretty much, I don't think I was like full-fledged on like YouTube the way I am now, but Nike check on the back of these guys right here. And yeah, definitely a timeless classic shoe in my opinion. Again, While I'm not a major sucker for the color blue, because this is more like that navy blue, even though Jordan Brand and Nike want to call it like true blue, we got that red Jumpman, and then the inside of here is red. So pretty much the shoe that I've had for quite some time right here. And yeah, threes, I'm very selective, but the ones I got I actually really like. So pretty much this was my Tuesday shoe, was an Air Jordan 3 True Blue. Cool. Now we're gonna move right on to Wednesday. One of my most recent pickups, and I feel like, to be honest, if the shoe didn't exist, I wouldn't miss it, but at the same time, there was something about it that just stuck out to me that I feel like I just wanted to bring it home, right? Okay, so pretty much on Wednesday, Brad at the work, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 3, and these are the Rare Air. Now at this point, you're probably already can tell what I'm rocking throughout the week for the remainder of the week, right? Okay, just pretty much switching up the colorways, but y'all see what silhouette I'm on. Some that I feel like I don't wear often, but I feel like all over majority black owned shoe or black color shoe, you really can't go wrong with it. Now, I don't think this heel has it, but the other heel has that like reverse Nike check on it, or maybe this could be the one right here. Actually, I think it is, where the Air is flipped and the Nike check is flipped. But with all that being said, I'm not gonna say it's like a die-hard need, but I feel like Jordan Brand was stretching that Rare Air series. I didn't like what they did with the 11s, in my opinion, and also the 1s, but I feel like the 4s and the 3s, they kind of like match and hit. So I feel like, why not? I feel like once I got the 4s, I had a 3s, whichever one came first. I think the 3s came first and then the 4s, but don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive how it went. So pretty much this was my Wednesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. Cool. Now let's move right on to Thursday. Kid right back at work, full-time job, and yes, I am busy from the time I walk into the door until the time it's time to go home, but hey, it makes time goes by fast, and I'm very thankful. So anyway, Thursday right back to work, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red. Now I remember these joints didn't instantly sell out, but when I saw these coming out, me, right? I'm a major sucker for the color red. Nike check logo on the back, or we could say pretty much Nike logo or Nike swoosh, but we got Nike Air swoosh, right? For the people who wants to get super technical about it. On the back, again, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Again, one of my favorite colorways, and I feel like it's a timeless classic sneaker. Now, this production date on this is 2022, so somewhere around that time frame, the kid picked these guys up, and yeah, I know there's an Eminem version, but at the same time, I feel like these is a nice shoe. And to be honest, once 3s, some of them are fresh to go out the box, but some of them, once you break them in, they're good to go. And at the same time, people just know, it's kind of one of those shoes, if you know type of shoes. It's definitely a classic timeless sneaker. So pretty much this was my Thursday shoe, was an Air Jordan 3 Fire Red. Cool. Now pretty much I wanted to finish the week strong, even though we had called for more quote unquote bad weather, but sometimes I just kind of roll the dice and just kind of pick my poison and see what kind of goes with it from there. So pretty much Friday, another shoe that obviously I paid resale for, but this was a very popular sneaker in 2020. There's your hint right there. And I'm talking Air Jordan 3 I'm My Year. Arguably the best I'm My Year sneaker collaboration with Jordan Brand that's been done to date. We can debate it, we can argue it all day long, but I think this is what kicked off the things for I'm My Year back in 2020. Very hard cop, but if you looked at all the collabs they've done with Jordan Brand and Nike over the years, I still say this one still reigns supreme. I'm not saying the other ones aren't good, but I'm saying, like, if you gotta pick like which one's the quote unquote best, I think this one will probably arguably gonna make the top. I mean, it was something that we probably hadn't seen like before, and they brought something different to the table. My thing is still with On My Year, what are you gonna bring to the table now? You know, we got that quilted inside, which is super duper comfortable, by the way. I'm not gonna knock that, but I mean, still, one of my favorite shoes in my collection, and I think they done it right, especially with the messaging and everything like that. So this was my Friday shoe, was an Air Jordan 3 I'm On My Year. Cool, man. So pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sound off in the comment section. Y'all let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I think we go.